What's good, y'all? So this came across my desk the other day, and apparently it's an old story, but it's dealing with Keanu Reeves and an accusation that is fairly unfounded. But we're gonna see what takes place with it. So let's go ahead and check it out here. All right, so here we go. Right, Keanu Reeves, not the father of Ontario woman's children. Now you can see this is dated October 14th, 2009. But we're going to go ahead and let Snoop tell you a little bit about what's going on here. Snoop, tell him what's up.
DNA tests have proven conclusively that Keanu Reeves is not the father of a woman's 4 children, according to a lawyer for the actor. Last May, Karen Solid filed a claim that Reeves, the star of such Hollywood hits as The Matrix, had fathered her 4 children, all of them now adults. She sought $150,000 in child support retroactive to June 1988. Court documents also show that Solid wanted $3 million a month in spousal support retroactive to November 2006. Reeves had DNA tests last month to prove the woman's claims were false, and has said he doesn't even know Solid.
Now that's deep. That's deep, right? So you got this woman that he's never even met before that's claiming that he's the father of her 4 children and he should have to pay $150,000 in child support retroactive to 1988 and $3 million a month in spousal support. See, this is ridiculous. But this is the kind of power that women have in the system we have, where they can call even a celebrity into question, where he has to give up his DNA just to fight against a false paternity claim. I mean, I talked about this recently, where a gentleman who's married and faithful to his wife was actually called into question by a stripper he's never met before, who just was able to do this because she just claimed his name and wrote down his name and his birthday, and he had to defend himself to prove that he wasn't the father. But this is what's going on now, and I think it's a little ridiculous. Now with Keanu, it reaches another point because this is a gentleman, if you've seen him in photos, and they've even written articles on it, like the one you should be able to see right now, right? Fans are calling Keanu Reeves a respectful king after he notices he doesn't touch women in photos. It's almost kind of a Mike Pence thing happening, except instead of sitting down and having meals, it has to do with pictures. And he doesn't, if you'll notice his hand in the background, he doesn't touch them, right? And this is apparently something he's been doing for a while. These are fans calling it out. They're not offended. I mean, there's a picture of Dolly Parton right there in the middle. You can see his fingers behind her back. He keeps them flat and does not touch each woman in question, right? So this is a guy who's been pretty particular about who he associates with, and who knows, maybe this case is what set him off on that. I don't blame him, but this is too much power for random people to have over any man, right? And it aligns itself with Me Too, in that you can be, and this happened to other gentlemen as well, where you can be accused of sexual assault decades before with no evidence. And usually these women don't even have to come forward and have their names in the paper. Surprisingly, in the article I just showed you, they did have their name. The woman had her name in the paper. But the other part of it is, not only do they not need to have their names in the paper, but often they're not even penalized. Especially if it's an egregious false report, they're not even penalized, right? This is what's interesting about this. So, but as far as this whole question about, paternity fraud, just to let you know, dealing with the black male political agenda, as we do here on the Onyx Report. This is actually the agenda itself. I'll put the link in the description box. We do deal with paternity in a couple of different areas. The first one, of course, being under family court reform. We deal with mandatory paternity testing at birth. And so you can see the language there for that. Read through it yourself, kind of let you know where we stand on that for this very reason. But also, there's another component of it here. It says amend Title 4D, the Social Security Administration Code, granting states matching funds up to 66% of what they recover from persons who've committed paternity fraud and collected child support and arrears and other state and federal benefits. So in other words, we push for not only accountability in terms of, identifying fathers at the beginning, but we also push for there to be more stringent penalties when people in particular are found to be falsely accusing others of things they haven't done. But either way, this is the deal going on with Keanu. It's been happening to black men. I mean, allegedly, somebody came up and said that Jay-Z was their father, so we'll see what happens with that. But this is dangerous because it's not just happening to celebrities. It's happening to everyday men, and there are very few protections, right? Especially when the state is incentivized, as I said, with Title 4D, right? So we got to look into this and do something about it. All right, y'all. Peace.